Are you looking for 10 best things to do in Serengeti National Park? The principal enchantment right here is the flora and fauna. Serengeti National Park homes the very best attention of big mammals within the world, so you are certain to identify giraffes, elephants, hippos, and, of course, lions. You'll additionally stumble upon extra than 500 species of birds, which includes ostriches and flamingos. But while seeing one or animals at a time can be exciting, not anything beats seeing them in a pack. The Great Migration is the Serengeti's principal draw. This voyage of extra than 1 million wildebeest, zebras, and different hoofed animals is one of the world's biggest flora and fauna spectacles. When you tire of observing at grazers, head to Moru Kopjes to mingle with rhinos or to the Retina Hippo Pool to observe those big mammals splash approximately. Here is the list of 10 best things to do in Serengeti. The number one motive to go to Serengeti National Park is to witness the Great Migration. Considered one of the world's biggest animal migrations, the Great Migration includes extra than 1 million wildebeest, zebras, gazelles, and lots of different animals traversing the Serengeti yearly searching for meals and breeding grounds. From December to June, the animals head south to Nabai Hill and southern Serengeti as temperatures upward thrust and the dry season units in. The herd travels via the Serengeti River Valley and the western corridor earlier than crossing the Grumeti River and transferring north to the Lobo Valley and Balaganya Springs. After numerous months of grazing in greener pastures, the hoofed menagerie turns round and begins off valley. Or Central Serengeti, encompassing a huge part of Central Serengeti. This sizable valley teems with flora and fauna. The valley's river continues the flowers plentiful, helping herbivores during the year. Wildebeest, zebras, elephants, giraffes, gazelles, and plenty of different species may be noticed right here on any given day. The big quantity of prey additionally attracts the very best populace of predators. The golden grassland rustles with the motion of roaming lions, cheetahs, and hyenas. This is likewise one of the high-quality locations to look. Conservation area. Although it is now no longer technically part of Serengeti National Park, the Ngorongoro Conservation Area is really well worth a go-to in case you are withinside the vicinity. Flanking the Jap fringe of the Serengeti, the web page homes the Ngorongoro Crater, the world's 6th biggest intact volcanic caldera, and Olduvai Gorge. This UNESCO World Heritage webpage, which sprawls throughout extra than 32,000 rectangular miles, is likewise in which extra than 25,000 animals and lots of massive Serengeti. Situated in eastern Serengeti through the Ngorongoro Conservation Area, Nabai Hill serves as Serengeti National Park's principal front. After paying your front fee, you could stretch your legs on Nabai Hills on foot trail, which gives a number of the high-quality perspectives of the Serengeti. This acacia-blanketed hill additionally acts as the house base for a delight of lions and welcomes hundreds of thousands of wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles all through their annual Great Migration to eastern Serengeti to reproduce northern Serengeti. If you are spending time in northern Serengeti, a ride to the Lobo Valley ought to be on the pinnacle of your list. It turned into the sprawling vicinity that American conservationist Stuart White defined as a paradise returned in 1913. Along with the Serengeti Valley, the Lobo Valley is one of the most effective locations withinside the park in which all 3 huge cats, lions, cheetahs, and leopards roam. Giraffes, elephants, and baboons also are regulars withinside the Lobo Valley, and from July via November, hundreds of thousands of wildebeest, gazelles, and zebras come to the vicinity of Central Serengeti. Situated in Central Serengeti approximately 32 miles northwest of Nabai Hill, Moru Kopjes is domestic to Serengeti National Park's most effective black rhino populace. Though the park made strides to deliver this creature returned from extinction withinside the 80 seconds, poaching of the animal's horns has precipitated this species populace to lower in latest years. A small herd of the seriously endangered animal nevertheless is living withinside the place and is intently monitored through armed anti-poaching rangers. Black rhinos are solitary animals. However, in case you are hoping to capture a glimpse of those endangered creatures, Moru Kopjes or Central Serengeti, you're certain to stumble throughout hippos at different Serengeti watering holes. However, not anything can examine to the spectacle of the Retina Hippo Pool in Central Serengeti, situated in which the Serengeti and Orangi rivers converge. The Retina Hippo Pool includes a deep puddle of water with more or less 200 western corridor, catching the Great Migration because it crosses the Grumeti River close to the western corridor's Kurawira Place is a have-to for avid nature lovers, even though people with weaker stomachs can also additionally need to influence clear. This unique segment of the river is thought for its big crocodile populace. The crocs anxiously look ahead to the migrating herds crossing for an assured meaty feast. Yet notwithstanding the apparent danger, the wildebeest and zebras will forestall at not anything to attain their very last destination. Other animals you may locate swimming withinside the river and consuming from its water consist of elephants, balloon safaris. Not all safaris require a four-wheel pressure vehicle. In fact, one of the maximum famous safaris calls for no wheels at all. Since 1989, Serengeti Balloon Safaris has helped parkside visitors take to the skies to identify animals and watch the park's well-known Great Migration. The company's fleet of 8, 12, and 16 passenger warm air balloons includes tourists yearly throughout central Serengeti and seasonally via the western corridor and southern Serengeti to present them a bird's eye view of the park. The safari manual collects site visitors at 5 a.m. in order that the balloons and their passengers can upward thrust along the sun. Flights ultimate approximately an hour, and then passengers gather, surrounded through the park's lush plains, for a glowing wine toast. And an out of Africans or northern Serengeti, tucked away withinside the northeast nook of the Serengeti close to the border of Kenya's Masai Mara National Reserve. The verdant Balaganya Springs draws loads of animals with clean waters and verdant canopies. The Balaganya River's headwaters are nearly continually without tourists. That means you may have an excellent view of the place's monkeys that occupy the leafy environment in solitude. The springs additionally draw large mammals like elephants and giraffes, in addition to lots of birds and antelope species just like the mountain reedbuck and steenbok.